Hey guys, this is Leo from Axiom EDC, and I wanted to introduce one of our new fidgets, a new design um, that I don't believe has been done before in the fidget space. And that comes down to the mechanism inside of this. So I teased what the outside looks like um, a week or so ago. Now we'll take a look at what the inside is. So what this is, the vector is an original Axiom EDC design built around a unique three-point magnetic architecture that kind of creates a new interaction type. Compared to traditional sliders or haptic coins. And what it works or how it works is there's three sets of opposing magnets, but in between those magnets is a 440C, which is magnetic or ferromagnetic ball that bridges the gap between those plates. So if you look here, there is a small gap that these plates are not touching. So the kind of motion that you have is almost frictionless because it's a rolling contact instead of a sliding contact between the bodies. And um, the 440C ball actually kind of creates a magnetic path between the two halves, and it wants to return to its lowest energy state, which is coming back to center. So you can manipulate this in a couple different ways. You could translate around, up, down, left, and right between the two plates, but then there's also rotational motion as well as those balls travel in their paths inside um, these little pockets inside the bodies. So it's a concave place that allows the ball to reach its extreme limit on either side of the magnet, giving you the most translation that you could have in the smallest package. And what that does is it will always return back to this clean state here. And as you push it, it almost feels like there's a spring inside. So the further you push away from the center, the stronger the magnetic force is to return it back to center. So wherever you go, it will build up and come back. So you could twist from side to side and it will snap back. One other thing that this allows, because there's that small gap between the plates, is you actually have a clicking action too. So if you see there, you have that small gap, you click on one of the points, and you get a really satisfying click. So as those magnets break from each other and come back together, you get that satisfying click. But one thing about this design, and as pointed out from some others, and something I actually didn't even originally consider, is that it's a silent fidget in most interactions. So you can move all around, and you could be using it at the workplace, and it's a little more discreet. You could have this in your pocket, and just you have that really nice motion and this tactile feedback as you move these plates around, but you're not getting any loud clicking or any other noises to identify that you're using a fidget, and that's nice sometimes. So these are going to be launching actually today. I'm going to launch with 9 colorways. A lot of them are reminiscent of what you've seen in the Opod Drip series. So for example, this is Noir, and this is one of the last colorways that were released for the Opod Drip series, which is this Galaxy Black, which is actually one of my favorite PLA materials, and this granite or this marble white. And you get a really nice contrast between the two. It's a matte finish, so it really has a nice feel in hand. But there's going to be other colorways as well. This colorway you'll remember from Frostbite for the Opod Drip series, and that's that Mermaid Tears translucent glittery blue with a pearl white accent. So as you slide away from center, you reveal that accent color in between the plates, which is nice. And then you have the accent color in the grip. But it's amazing the different types of PLAs that you choose will give you a really different tactile sensation when you touch. So this has a very smooth, more plasticky feel um, than some of the matte finishes because it has that high shine. And then we even get into something new that I'm doing for the first time. This is a wood-filled PLA, so there's actually wood material inside both of these colors. Um, there's that click mechanism. So I believe this is a dark walnut and like a natural birch are the two colors, and you could actually feel the texture. It is a different feel because it has that wood fiber built inside the filament. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what you guys think about these. This is another one that's one of my favorites. This is Redline. So it's actually the inverse of Bloodline that we introduced for the Opod Drip series, where it was black galaxy outers with red accents. So this is the other way around, and it really pops in this design. And you could really see that faceted design to the body because of the reflection you get off the semi-gloss of that PLA. This is another one as well. This is a flat olive green with a bronze inside. And you can see even there, you know, I put a lot of thought into even how these layers are put together. So you get a really nice, cool design with that first layer of how the PLA goes down. And again, it's that novel mechanism, the three balls between the two, that give you that motion, and it's really satisfying. I think you guys are gonna like it. And if this does well, I definitely see a path to doing some titanium. It's something I really want to do, and I think we can make it happen if there's enough interest out there. So these are going to go live tonight. Um, Hopefully, I'll get it up and I'll get a post in the group. I'll send an email out to let you guys know. These are going to be the initial colorways. If there's others that you guys are interested in that you've seen out there, or other colors that you're interested in, let me know, and we can make it happen. So thanks again, and I think these are going to be really, I think, good value. They're going to be $39 um, for any of the vector colors that you see here. I want to keep this something that everybody could, get and be accessible between, some of the really expensive stuff out there. This is something that, you can throw in your pocket. You don't have to worry that much about it. It's not a huge investment, but it is novel. And I think it's something that you guys are going to enjoy. So yeah, let me know what you think, and we'll get these out soon.